and Drug Administration recently approved a blood test as a screening for adults who are at risk for colorectal cancer. Some experts say this is a game changer, as this type of cancer is very treatable if it's caught in time. So joining me to discuss that this morning is HCA Florida Healthcare colorectal surgeon, Dr. Juliette Ray. Thanks so much for being here. Such a big topic. I feel like we are hearing so much more about this kind of cancer. Can you just start us off by saying who's a candidate for this blood test?
Right, so this test was just recently approved for patients who are at average risk. So that means people who are not with a family history, not with an underlying condition like inflammatory bowel disease, and who haven't had polyps before on colonoscopy.
Okay, good. So it's good to know all of those. Yep, we see it right here on the screen. What could be the drawbacks to using a test like this? You know, I think for a lot of people, going and getting that annual colonoscopy, that's not something that people look forward to. It is so important. So what are the drawbacks to a less invasive test like this?
Right, so the test does have a very good sensitivity. Overall, it's about 83% sensitive, but there are a lot of potentials to miss things. So the test showed that the higher the stage of cancer, the more likely the test was to detect this. But the real key is that colonoscopies detect and can remove polyps before they become cancerous, whereas these tests only screen for after the fact, once you already have advanced polyps or cancer.
So this does not replace the need for a colonoscopy, or it does?
Correct. This is definitely the most important point that we want to convey, which is that it does not replace colonoscopy, because colonoscopy is our only available screening test that can actually prevent colon cancer by removing the polyps early.
Good to know, because I think a lot of people might see this and think, oh my gosh, thank goodness, I don't have to go for that colonoscopy this year. Who is the audience here watching that should be worried about colon cancer? Who is the most at risk?
Right, well, really anybody over the age of 45, because actually colon cancer is rising in the population below 50, which is why we have decreased the screening age. So anyone who is 45 or older should be screened. And although colonoscopy is still our gold standard, we totally understand that there's limitations to getting colonoscopies, and that's why tests like this are so important.
What are kind of the guidelines in place for those with low to average risk? Is it just kind of what you had just explained?
Right, so colonoscopy every 10 years if no polyp is found. If you do have a family history, then it's usually earlier, about 10 years before the relative who was diagnosed.
And what about those who are high risk? I'm sure there are kind of different guidelines they have to follow.
Absolutely, so we want to start usually again 5 years before or 10 years before the age of the relative who had that cancer, or usually around age 40, and we want to screen at a shorter interval to try to catch those polyps and remove them before they become cancerous.
Great information, important things that people need to know, right? The earlier you catch it, the more treatable it is. Dr. Ray, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
All right, for more information about this new kind of testing and to find out different screening barriers and things of that nature, just go to our website, WPBF.com.